Guys, this is it. This is the kind of strategy that can literally flip the way you see the markets forever. I'm not kidding. Today I'm about to show you a candlestick combo so powerful, so ridiculously accurate, it feels almost unfair. And once you see it, you'll never be able to unsee it. This is the pin bar engulfing bar super strategy, and yes, it's every bit as insane as it sounds. Alright, let's start simple. An engulfing candle, you probably know it, it's that one huge candle that completely eats the candle before it. Easy. Now the pin bar, that sneaky candle with a tiny body and a massive wick, usually screaming, reversal incoming. Cool, right? But wait, here's where it gets crazy. What happens when you fuse these two together? You don't just get a signal, you get a super pattern. Think of it like fusing two superheroes into one. Iron Man meets Hulk, but for trading. Alright guys, we're starting with the holy grail of candlestick setups, the perfect engulfing pattern. Now listen, before we dive into the crazy stuff later in this video, we've got to make sure we're all on the same page about what this actually is. Because here's the truth, if you don't understand this foundation, you're gonna get lost, and we are not leaving anyone behind today. So what the heck is an engulfing pattern? Think of it like this. The market is in a mood, moving in one direction, and then suddenly it just flips out. Bam! One candle literally swallows the one before it, like Pac-Man eating a ghost. The first candle is small, kind of weak, and then boom, the second candle steps in, totally dominates and says, "Nope, I'm in charge now!" That's the engulfing pattern, and it signals a powerful reversal in price. Visually, it's actually super easy to spot. Candle 1, all small, weak, looks harmless. Candle 2, all's huge, powerful, and completely eats up candle 1. And just like that, you know something big just happened. This could be a shift from bullish to bearish, or bearish to bullish, but either way, it's the market flipping its emotions in real time. But here's where most traders mess up. New traders see the shape, get excited, and jump straight in. They're like, hey, I spotted it, let's trade. And then they lose. Why? Because they only looked at the picture, not the story behind it. They ignored the context. And in trading, context is everything. So here's the reality check. If you've ever tried trading engulfing patterns and failed, it's not because the strategy doesn't work. It's because you're missing the rules that pros never skip. And once you learn those rules, this exact same pattern that used to cost you money can suddenly start making you money. So don't worry, in this video, I'm not just going to show you what a perfect engulfing pattern looks like. I'm going to give you the insider rules that separate the losers from the winners. Because if you're trading blind, you're gambling. But if you trade with understanding, you're unstoppable. Let's break it down step by step. And trust me, once you see the full picture, you'll never look at engulfing candles the same way again. Alright guys, listen up. There are two types of engulfing patterns every trader needs to know before they even think about clicking buy or sell. So here's the deal. Engulfing patterns only come in two forms, bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing. That's it, just two. Super simple. But here's the catch. Knowing when and how to trade them, that's where all the profits hide. Let's start with the bullish engulfing pattern. This one pops up when the market is falling, everyone's panicking, and then suddenly, bam, a giant green candle shows up, completely swallowing the little red one before it. It's like the buyers just stormed the market shouting, "Enough, we're taking control." And here's why that matters. A bullish engulfing usually forms at the end of a downtrend. That's the clue that sellers might be running out of steam, and buyers are loading up for a comeback. The bearish engulfing works the exact opposite way, and it's just as powerful. I'll show you that in a second. Guys, if the bullish engulfing is the market's comeback story, the bearish engulfing is the villain's entrance, and when it shows up, the market can drop hard. Here's the simple version. The bearish engulfing is a two-candle setup. First candle equals green, buyers pushing up. Second candle equals huge red that completely swallows the green one. Picture a party where buyers were having fun, then sellers crash it and kick everyone out. That's the mood shift. Why care? Because when this pattern appears after a strong uptrend, it's often the first sign the trend is flipping. Sellers are suddenly aggressive and momentum may be switching from up to down. If you ignore it, you might end up buying at the top. Ouch. Why do engulfing patterns even happen? Okay guys, This is crazy. Everyone sees an engulfing pattern and goes, cool, reversal signal, buy or sell. But wait a second, have you ever asked yourself, why does this thing even happen? Why does one candle literally eat the other one alive? Why does the whole market just flip its mood in 2 candles? Let's break this down. Fast, simple, and explosive. 1. Mood swing. The market is like a giant crowd of emotional people. Fear, greed, hype, panic, you name it. The first candle shows the mood, maybe bullish, maybe bearish. But then, boom, the next candle kicks the door down and says, nope, forget that, we're going the other way. That's an engulfing. It's literally the crowd turning around at the same time. 2. The trap and the trigger. Here's where it gets wild. Engulfing patterns are basically traps. Imagine the market's going up. Traders jump in, they feel safe. Then suddenly, bam, a massive red candle destroys the first one. Those buyers, they're stuck. They panic. They smash that exit button. And what happens? Their exits add more selling power, driving price even lower. It's a chain reaction of pain. Same with bullish engulfing. Sellers think they're safe, then wham! Then wham, a green candle wipes them out and the bulls take over. 3, the big guys are behind it. Here's the real shocker. These patterns don't just pop out of nowhere. A lot of times it's the big players, banks, institutions, whales. They wait, they build up liquidity, and then they slam the market the other way with huge orders. That's what creates the engulfing move. It's not the candle itself, it's the power behind it. 4, the candle is the result, not the cause. This is where most traders get it wrong. They think, oh, the engulfing candle made the reversal. No, the candle is just the symptom. The real cause is deeper. Emotions flipping, traders trapped, stop losses triggered, or giant players making their move. The candle is just the aftermath. Final takeaway. Engulfing patterns aren't magic. They're psychology, they're traps, they're market mood swings in high definition. And if you learn to see the why behind the pattern instead of just the pattern itself, you'll be 10 steps ahead of 90% of traders who are still chasing candles without a clue. How to trade the engulfing pattern? Guys, this is it. This is the kind of strategy that can literally flip the way you see the markets forever. I'm not kidding. Today I'm about to show you a candlestick combo so powerful, so ridiculously accurate, it feels almost unfair. And once you see it, you'll never be able to unsee it. This is the pin bar engulfing bar super strategy. And yes, it's every bit as insane as it sounds. All right, let's start simple. An engulfing candle. You probably know it. It's that one huge candle that completely eats the candle before it. Easy. Now the pin bar, that sneaky candle with a tiny body and a massive wick, usually screaming, reversal incoming. Cool, right? But wait, here's where it gets crazy. What happens when you fuse these two together? You don't just get a signal, you get a super pattern. Think of it like fusing 2 superheroes into one. Iron Man meets Hulk, but for trading. And what do you get? A setup so clean, so insanely high probability that you can use it on any chart, Forex, stocks, crypto, doesn't matter. And that's why I call it the long tail engulfing pattern. Yeah, I named it myself because it's that epic. Picture this, one massive engulfing candle completely crushing the one before it. But here's the kicker. It's also got a giant tail on the other side, like a pin bar. What does that mean? The market tried to go one way, failed, and then boom, it exploded in the opposite direction. That's not just a candle, guys, that's a war on your chart, and you get to see exactly who won. Why is this a game changer? Because it's not just a random reversal, it's momentum flipping on its head. It's the market yelling at you, yo, we're rejecting this move and we're going the other way. Hard. And the best part, it doesn't just show up at the end of trends. Nope. This beast also pops in the middle of strong trends as a continuation signal, like the market saying, quick break, but we're not done yet. Let's roll. So how do you trade this? Don't worry, I'm breaking it down in 4 super simple steps. No 20 indicators, no overcomplicated nonsense. Just you, your chart, and this one monster strategy. Listen to me. If you can master this one pattern, you'll be trading like the pros. And coming up, I'm going to show you exactly how to spot it, confirm it, and jump in at the perfect moment, all in a step-by-step guide, so simple you can follow along today. Grab a notebook, sit tight, and get hyped, because this is about to change the way you trade forever. Let's do this! Step 1, spot the trend, or get completely wrecked. Guys, listen up. This is the single most important step in the entire strategy. If you don't get this part right, everything else will fall apart. I'm not even exaggerating. If you skip this, you're basically putting on a blindfold, running into traffic and hoping for the best. Not smart. So here's the deal. Before you even think about using the long tail engulfing pattern to place a trade, you've got to do one thing first. Figure out the trend. Is the market going up or is the market crashing down? That's it. That's the question you need answered. Because trading without the trend is like trying to surf against a tsunami. You're going to get tossed around, slammed into the sand, and trust me, it hurts. If the market's going up, here's how you know you're in an uptrend. The market keeps making higher highs and higher lows. Translation? Every pump is stronger than the last, and every dip is just a little breather before the next blast off. Imagine climbing a staircase that just never stops. You step up, take a breath, step up again, and suddenly you're at the top of the building. That's what an uptrend looks like. Steady, powerful, unstoppable. So what's your mission here? Spot the long tail engulfing pattern and use it to go long. That means buying when the price dips and selling when it pumps. Easy, classic, profitable. Ride the wave and cash out when everyone else is losing their minds with FOMO. If the market's crashing... Now let's flip it. In a downtrend, the market looks like it's tumbling down a staircase with no handrail. Prices keep making lower highs and lower lows. Every bounce is weak, every drop hits harder, and the chart looks like it's in free fall. In this situation, you're not fighting it, you're joining it. That means shorting the market. Sell high, buy back lower, and pocket the difference. And yes, in case you're new, you can totally make money while the market is going down. So if you see a long tail engulfing pattern forming during a downtrend, that's your green light. The bears are running the show and you're teaming up with them to grab profits. That's step one, guys. Nail this and you've already separated yourself from half the traders out there. Now get ready, because step two is where we go even deeper. I'm about to show you exactly how to spot the perfect pattern and time your entry like a laser. Don't blink, because this next part is where things get insane. Step two, the pullback. This is where the game changer happens. All right, guys, listen up. You've crushed step one, you've locked onto the trend like a laser-guided missile, and now we're leveling up to step two. And trust me, this is the part that separates the rookies from the pros. Because here's the truth. The market never moves in a straight line. Even in the strongest uptrend or the most brutal downtrend, price always pauses, always pulls back a little before it keeps pushing in the same direction. And that pullback, that's not random noise, that's gold. That's your golden ticket to hop in at the best price with the least risk. So what's a correction? Think of it like this. The market is sprinting, but every sprinter needs to stop and catch their breath. That breather is the correction. The market says, whoa, let's take 5. Okay, now let's crush forward again. Now flip it for an uptrend. If the market's climbing, the correction will look like a small dip. Don't freak out when the price dips. It's supposed to happen. But wait, how do you spot a real correction? Great question, because not every tiny wiggle counts. A legit correction usually has 2 moves. Price pulls back, takes a breather, then tries again before the trend resumes. Sometimes it doesn't even dip, it just moves sideways. That's called a consolidation, and yes, that's still a correction if the structure is clean. Why this step is everything. If you skip this step, you'll probably buy at the worst possible time, right when everyone else is already piling in. And that's how beginners blow up accounts. But if you wait, if you're patient and you strike during the correction, you're not just trading, you're trading like Wall Street wolves. You're getting the cleanest entries, the lowest risk, and the juiciest rewards. Boom, step 2 complete. You found the trend and you've waited for the perfect pullback. Up next, step 3, and step 3 is where we go full beast mode and unleash the exact pattern that screams, this is the time to strike. All right, guys. You've spotted the trend, you've waited through the correction, and now this is the exact moment where $1 million setups are born. The one thing you've got to laser focus on right now is the pin bar. Why? Because that tiny little candle is like the market screaming, correction's over, baby. It's time to blast off in the other direction. Now sure, some traders see a pin bar and instantly jump in. And yeah, sometimes that works. But let's be real. We're not here for sometimes. We're here for sniper level precision. We're here for trades with the highest probability of winning. So here's the secret sauce. Don't just stop at the pin bar. Wait for the boom. That's when a giant candle completely swallows that pin bar in the opposite direction. And when that happens, that's the legendary pin bar engulfing combo, one of the most powerful chart signals you'll ever witness. Think of it like this. The pin bar is the spark, but the engulfing candle? That's the explosion. Together, they're telling you the correction's dead and the trend is ready to rip. When you see this setup, don't just sit there staring at the chart. That's your green light, your golden ticket, your shot to enter like a pro. This signal is clean, strong, and it's got one of the highest accuracy rates in all of price action trading. And the best part, once you master spotting this combo, you're no longer trading like a beginner. You're trading like the institutions, the big players, the wolves of Wall Street. So lock it in, because we're only just getting started. The next step takes this strategy from awesome to downright unstoppable. Let's keep pushing forward. Step 3, execute the trade. This is where you go all in. Guys, this is it. This is the moment we've been building toward. You spotted the trend, you survived the correction, and then boom, you nailed the pin bar engulfing combo like a total pro. Now it's time for the part every trader lives for. It's go time. Place the trade. Here's exactly what you do. The second, and I mean the second, that pin bar engulfing combo is locked in, you act. No hesitation, no second guessing. This is your shot to strike while the iron is hot. If the engulfing candle is bullish, meaning it's a massive green candle blasting up and swallowing that little bearish pin bar like a snack, you buy. Simple. You're betting the market's about to rocket higher and you're strapping yourself in for the ride up. If the engulfing candle is bearish, a giant red candle crushing that bullish pin bar like a sledgehammer, you sell. You're betting the market's about to collapse and you're surfing the drop all the way down. It's that clear, that simple, that powerful. Why this works like crazy? This isn't random guessing. This isn't wishful thinking. This is the ultimate 3-step filter. You already confirmed the trend. You waited patiently for the correction. And now you've got one of the strongest price action signals in the game, the engulfing combo. That's 3 levels of confirmation stacked in your favor. You're not trading like a gambler, you're trading like a sniper. Calm, sharp, deadly accurate. But here's the warning. Don't go full YOLO with your entire account. That's the rookie mistake that wipes out beginners. Don't be that guy. Stick to smart risk management. We'll cover exactly how in the next step so you protect your money like a boss. So to recap, when that magical pin bar engulfing setup shows up, bullish, you smash buy, bearish, you smash sell, clean, easy, high probability. This is literally one of the best entry points you'll ever get in trading. And now that your trade is open, here comes the big question. Where do you put your stop loss? How do you protect your account? And most importantly, how do you cash out with profits like an absolute beast? That's what's coming in step 4, and trust me, you do not want to miss it. Let's freaking go! Step 4, exit the trade. This is where you lock in the bag. Okay, traders, you've crushed it so far. Spotted the trend, waited for the pullback, found that monster pin bar engulfing setup, entered the trade like a champ. But hold up, this is where most traders mess it all up, because getting in is easy. Anyone can click buy or sell, but the real money? It's made when you exit like a beast. Step 1, stop loss equals your secret weapon. Don't trade blind. Set that stop loss just above or below your engulfing candle. Why? Because it keeps your risk tiny, protects your account, and kicks you out quick if you're wrong. Think of it like a parachute. It saves you so you can fight another day. Step 2, the 3x profit rule. Here's the golden source. Never risk $1 unless you're aiming to make at least 3. That's a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. The cheat code pros swear by. Risk 40 cents, aim for $1.20. Easy math, massive edge. And if you can stretch it to 5x or even 10x, that's how you turn small accounts into absolute monsters. Why it works? Beginners either don't use stop losses, ouch, or grab profits way too early, double ouch. But this system flips the script. Risk small, aim big, and let the numbers work for you. Even if you're only right half the time, you're still stacking profits long term. That's how real traders last years in the game. Final power move, patience. Don't freak out once you're in. Stick to the plan, breathe, and let the trade run. When it smashes your target, close it. Celebrate, move on. Rinse, repeat. That's how you build consistency, one beastly trade at a time. And that's the full playbook, guys. You've learned how to spot it, enter it, and now exit like a total pro. Remember, one lucky trade won't make you rich, but 1,000 disciplined trades? That's how you change your entire life. Bearish market case study, the super pattern strategy. All right, guys, lock in because this is where it gets insane. We're about to break down one of the most powerful strategies you'll ever see, step by step. And if you miss even one part, you're leaving money on the table. Let's go. Step 1, find the trend. First rule, the trend has to be crystal clear. No guessing, no maybe. Right here, we've got a bearish market. That means lower highs, lower lows, and the bears are in full control. In simple words, the market is falling and we're looking to sell like absolute beasts. Step 2, spot the correction. Now listen up, this part is crucial. After the downtrend starts, we wait for the pullback, also called the correction. If the trend isn't obvious, skip this strategy. Why? Because without a clear trend, you can't spot the correction. But when you do see it, oh man, this is where the magic happens. The correction is your chance to enter at a better price, like buying a ticket on sale before the big roller coaster drop. In a downtrend, watch for the little moves up. That's the correction setting you up for the next massive fall. Step 3, the entry signal, the super pattern. Here's the big one. You're watching, the market's pulling back, and boom, the long tail engulfing pattern appears. This isn't just any signal. This is like Iron Man and Hulk fusing into one, a super pattern, a superhero signal. Why? Because it's two powerful price action setups combined, the pin bar and the engulfing candle. Together, they create a sniper precision entry point. Forex, stocks, crypto, gold, doesn't matter. This setup works everywhere. So here's what you do. The moment you see this super pattern, you enter sell on the very next candle. Simple, clean, high probability. And yeah, I named it the long tail engulfing pattern myself because it's that epic. Step 4, exit like a pro. Getting in is easy, but here's where traders screw up. The exit. Set your stop loss just above the engulfing candle's high. That way your risk is tiny. If you're wrong, no big deal. If you're right, you're cashing in huge. Now here's the golden rule. Aim for wins that are at least 3x bigger than your losses. 5x, even better. That's the difference between gambling and trading like a beast. And when the price smashes your target, boom, profits locked in, strategy executed, money in the bag. Final words, this long tail engulfing pattern isn't just a setup, it's a super pattern. When all the steps line up, clear trend, correction, super signal, and smart exit, you're literally holding the treasure map. Don't ignore it. Don't hesitate. Trade it like a beast and watch the profits roll in. Let's go. The super pattern power up. All right, guys, like I told you before, the long tail engulfing pattern isn't just set up, it's a freaking super pattern. And here's the best part. If you understand risk management, you can literally start using it instantly. No waiting, no overthinking. Just apply it and boom, you're trading like a beast. Now, I get it. Some of you aren't comfortable staring at the naked chart with no indicators. That's totally fine. You can power this strategy up even more by adding something simple like moving averages. Why? Because they'll help you confirm the trend and highlight strong support and resistance zones, making your trades feel bulletproof. And guess what? The entry rules don't change. Nope. You still follow the exact same steps I showed you earlier. The only difference is now you've got an extra layer of confirmation, which means more confidence, less hesitation, and way better trades. So whether you keep it clean and raw with pure price action, or stack it with indicators for extra clarity, this super pattern works the same way. Simple, explosive, and insanely powerful. The engulfing indicator. This is next level trading. Guys, remember when I told you the engulfing pattern was one of the most powerful beginner-friendly strategies ever? I wasn't kidding. This thing is a beast. Simple, deadly accurate, and if you master it, it can literally flip your trading forever. But here's the catch. Spotting it on one chart is easy. Juggling multiple charts time frames, and thousands of candlesticks. Your brain turns into mashed potatoes. That's why I built the engulfing indicator. It auto-scans your charts, it highlights every bullish and bearish engulfing candle. And it works on everything, forex, stocks, crypto, gold, you name it. Instead of frying your eyes staring at candles all day, let the indicator do the heavy lifting while you focus on making bank. Grab it right now in the description. You'll get the custom engulfing indicator, ready-to-use chart templates, a full step-by-step install guide. You just load it up and boom, your charts light up with clean signals like it's morning. So here's the move. Download it, install it, trade like an absolute beast. Because once you use this super pattern with the indicator, your trading game will never be the same again. Alright, listen up. Did you just learn something new today? Yes? Then don't wait. Smash that subscribe button right now. Hit the bell so you never miss another insane trading video ever. And don't keep this to yourself. Share it with your friends, your WhatsApp groups, your Facebook feed, even your X account. Let's blow this knowledge up everywhere. Because the faster this community grows, the faster I can drop more crazy, game-changing videos for you. So go, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one.